Hi there, welcome to another record update. This is what I've bought the last couple of days actually. Got 7 inches, LPs, CDs. I'm going to start off with the 7 inches. First up, it's Talking Loud and Clear by Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. This is from their 1984 period. And I prefer their like early period better. I like that much better. It's a good song. It's one of the last great songs they did. But yeah, I rather have early O&B. This is something I basically just buy to complete the singles of the album. This is Yaz with Where's All the Love Gone. This is the woman who had a big hit with The Only Way Is Up. This is from their Wanted LP. I have that LP. This just looked nice. The song ain't that good though. Then I've got Meet Your If I Was. This is his, I think, debut single as a solo artist. Yeah, damn good track. It's the German release. Then a single 7-inch which I'm really happy about. It's We Are Glass by Gary Numan. Gary Numan, you know, this is one of his best albums where this track comes up. It's the Telecon album. It's got a cover version of an Eric Satie track, classical composer, and this is the second time I hear a cover version of one of Eric Satie's pieces. And I really need to find out more about that guy because what I hear is really, really good. Then I've got Wasp, I Wanna Be Somebody. Not a big hair metal fan, but you know, I like the cheese of it, so yeah, I just had to get this basically for the cover art. Just look at that. That's awesome. And the last 7-inch I found is a band called Space Monkey, and the track is Can't Stop Running. And I thought this looked nice, you know, 1983. It's a nice piece of vinyl. It's a nice, really old sleeve. And then I played it, and it was like, oh my god. When I was about 10 or 11, that's a track I really loved. I never knew the band name. I never knew the song anymore. It just popped up in my head again. So this is a really, really good find. I'm really happy with this one. So that's Space Monkey. Then the LPs. First one is a live album by the Yellow Magic Orchestra. This has live tracks from their tour in London, LA, and New York. The Yellow Magic Orchestra are being called the Japanese Kraftwerk, and yeah, they are kind of, but they sound more like computer game musicians. Pretty good, I like it. I'm not that fond of live albums, but I just have to add this. Then David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. This is an album that made me realize that I really have to check. These are all Goodwill finds, by the way, but I need to check the vinyl before I take it home with me. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big scratch here. A big scratch, which makes the B-side nearly unplayable. So I need to find another version of this record, which won't be that hard, but not at the price I paid for it. Then we have Africa Bambaataa and Family. This is the album The Light. This is a gatefold version. I don't know if there's another version, because it's basically just 2 sides of music. But this one comes with a bonus 12-inch, limited edition bonus 12-inch. It's still in there, which is pretty cool. It's got UB40, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins, Nona Hendrix, Boy George, Sly Fox, Jackie Graham, Yellow Man, and Sly and Robbie as guest artists. and it's a a hit and miss album. There's some really good stuff on it, but some really boring stuff as well. I love the fact that Epica Mambata is doing something with George Clinton. That's pretty cool. Then a whole bunch, 5 records that I'm really happy with. The quality of these is just amazing. It's just great quality. They're like near mint. I mean, maybe even mint. I don't know. No, mint is when they're still sealed. That's mint. These aren't mint, but near mint. Great sleeves. The album is good. Everything's good about these 5 records. First one is Romas and the Papas, People Like Us. This is their last album that they did in 1971, if I'm not mistaken. And it is still a really good album. It's got the same melodies, same harmonies, same beautiful songs that they had before. If you like the Mamas and the Papas, get this. If you don't like the Mamas and the Papas, don't. Because this is definitely Mamas and Papas sound. And we got the Birds with the Ballad of Easy Rider, which was one of the records that they released in the 60s that I didn't have yet. There's a great track on it, Jesus Is Just Alright. I love that one. Yeah, it's a good album, definitely a good album. I'm really happy that it's part of my collection right now, and it's in just a beautiful state. There's no wear and tear on the sleeve. It's just great find. And then a record that sort of I just had to buy because the record community on YouTube, a lot of you guys, you're showing stuff by Neil Young, and I have nothing by Neil Young in my collection. And I know that's my big mistake, and there's an even bigger mistake. I don't have anything by Bob Dylan in my collection. But we're not talking about that. I saw this record. It looked like it just came out of the store. Just great condition. And it's sort of Neil Young related. So this is my first introduction to Neil Young. I know one of his tracks. God damn it. Never mind. His 80s work I kind of know, and this is just, I had to pick this up. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Deja Vu. It's a beautiful release. The picture, it's a great album sleeve. I just love this. Yeah. What can I say? If I would have found this earlier, I would have changed my response video to Joseph and wouldn't show Wonderwall music, even though that's like, wow. I would have shown this because this is just such a beautiful package, and the music is good, really good. So we're gonna go after Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young and Neil Young. So thank you guys for mentioning Neil Young that often. Getting me brainwashed here. The last two are later funk albums, sort of funk albums by Masters of Funk. First one is Isaac Hayes. It's For the Sake of Love album, and you get what you're here, what the title says. You get what that is. It's a love album. There's 6 tracks on it, of which 2 are funk tracks. The rest, pure love ballads, and I'm not into that. But it's Isaac Hayes, so his voice makes up for it. It's got Shaft 2, which is pretty okay, sort of a disco version of Shaft, and Secret Freak, which I love. But otherwise, this is 1978 Isaac Hayes. Still good, but not as good as his early 70s one. And the last album is Curtis Mayfield with Heartbeat. A lot more funk. This is from 1979. But also leaning towards the whole disco sound. Curtis Mayfield is a genius. His soundtrack for Superfly is one of my favorite albums ever. He's just I like his high-pitched voice. I don't normally like high-pitched voices, but with Mayfield it just works. It's a really good album. I'm happy I found it. And the last bunch actually are CDs. Just gonna run through these quickly. First one I got from a friend of mine. It's I'm on Duel 2 with the album Hijack. It's krautrock, originally released in 1974, and they remind me of bands like Khan and Noi. Really good. It's got some great funk rhythms in there. Very much worth it. Then an album that I bought because I have other stuff by these guys. It's The Shaman with Boss Drum. This isn't really that good. It's got Ebenezer Good, which isn't a great track actually, and it's got Love, Sex, Intelligence. I mean, it's a good album, okay album, but compared to the album they did before this, it's not that good. Then we have Kelis with Tasty. I had to pick this up, not just because she's a beautiful lady, but there's 2 tracks on it that I like. It's Trick Me and Milkshake. Those 2 are, I think, great tracks. So now I have the CD. Then I also have Beth Orton with Central Reservation. If I'm not mistaken, she did some of the vocals on Chemical Brothers records, or one track or something, I don't know. Anyway, singer-songwriter from the UK. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty standard singer-songwriter stuff, but I like it. Then we have the classic collection of Ice-T. This is his really early stuff from the, I think 82, 83, maybe even 84. It's got a sort of compilation mix on it as well, which is not that great, and it's got a techno mix on it, which is not great at all. Overall, this is just a fun record, and if you want to complete your Ice-T collection, I think you should have this. Otherwise, don't bother. Then Ice Cube, Lethal Injection. Saw it, went like, oh yeah, Ice Cube, he's good normally. Yeah, normally he is good. This album, he's not that good. It's got a couple of good tracks, but otherwise I just feel like he's ripping off the whole G-Funk sound that Dr. Dre started a year before this album. Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, it's okay. Nothing wrong about it. It's just nothing that sticks around. And the last CD I have, it's Speedboat FC with Ghetto Styles. This is a Dutch act person. I don't really know. It's an electronic CD where he uses samples and weird bleeps, and yeah, it's an okay record. I kind of like it. I basically took it because I really like the record label it's released on. The record label is a Dutch label called My First Sonny Weissmuller Recordings. It's various. The label has various stuff on it. It's got punk, it's got pop, it's got rock, it's got strange, crazy electronic things. So that's CDs, the LPs, and the 7 inches. And that's it. It's just short and sweet. Bye.